last time I was here, maybe four, 4 or 5 hours ago, and I was talking about um, people going on live and saying people were in heaven or they went to hell. They had a dream that somebody was in hell and all of that, and how skeptical I'm thinking that is. I don't know. I haven't. I don't know what that's about. I'm thinking about it. But anyway, I was telling you I was going to share that movie with you that I had seen before, and I found it. It's called Cabin in the Sky, and this movie had made in 1943, long time ago, and it had in it. I'm going to just read it from my other phone. It had in it Lena Horne, Ethel Waters, Eddie Anderson, Duke Ellington. So you can imagine how good the movie is. It's a musical, like I said, made in 1943. Louis Armstrong is in it. Rex Ingram, Willie Best, Butterfly McQueen. Remember her? She was in it. Kenneth Spencer, John Bubbles, Manton Moreland. Oh, it's a lot of people. Ruby Dandridge. I believe that's Dorothy's sister. Ruby Dandridge is in it. And who else is in here? Ernest Whitman, Nick Stewart. Oh, it's a lot of people in here. A lot of stars in here. And it was directed by Vincent Minnelli. And he is Liza Minnelli's father. Okay, you know Liza Minnelli, who's the daughter of Judy Garland. So I'm assuming she was married to Vincent. And when you look at Vincent, if you look him up, Vincent Minnelli, you can see Liza. You can see that that's her dad. Anyway, he made that movie, and it was an all-black cast, okay? And it was about, I'm going to read that to you too so I can get it right. It tells you exactly what the movie's about. Let me go to it, the overview. And it says, let me go down here. Come on, let me get the whole thing here. Oh, here we go. When a compulsive gambler, Little Joe Jackson, dies in a drunken fight, he awakes in purgatory, where he learns that he will be sent back to Earth for 6 months to prove that he deserves to be in heaven. He awakens remembering nothing and struggles to do right by his devout wife, Petunia, who's played by Ethel Waters, wonderful Ethel Waters, while an angel known as the General, played by Kenneth Spencer, and the devil's son, Lucifer, Jr., Rex Ingram, fight for his soul. So it's a comedy and it's a musical, but it rings true, I believe. And it just did and somebody saw it and said, you need to watch this movie because they know you like to see things like that. It's so funny. I wish you guys would go on and watch it. Go on and watch it, and you will see just how funny it is. It's very, very funny. And it's very, you think about some things when you're watching it. And the one who played Little Joe, he is just hilarious. And his wife, Petunia, played by Ethel Waters, she's wonderful too. She's very wonderful. Hey guys, I see you coming in. Why the mask? I'm new. Who is this? God, I will like. Thank you for liking. And your message retracted. I don't know why people do that, but it's okay. Oh, why the mask? My mask is on because I have some dental work I'm having done. I'm not ashamed of it. Somebody else asked me that. My son said, Ma, don't worry about it. They're not going to ask you that. Yes, they are, because this is so obvious. I don't have a problem telling you, baby. I'm having some dental work done. And that's why it's on. Okay? So if you want to stay, stay. If you don't, go. But you're going to be missing something if you don't stay with me. Okay? Anyway, that was a movie, and it's called Cabin in the Sky. Remember that, what's her name? We love her. Lena Horne is in it. And you know Lena's beautiful in 1943. She was absolutely beautiful. And what's his name? Played in Hello Dolly, the black guy. Louis Armstrong, he's in it. Oh, it's so he played a devil. It was so good, girl. It was so good. It just makes you laugh. Because this man wakes up from being uh, in a fight. He thinks he's dead. They think they got him all wrapped in bed and everything, thinking he's not gonna make it. And he wakes up to he's in hell, or purgatory, what they called it back then. And he's looking around like he see his body on the bed. I don't want to say it. Just pull it up and watch it, y'all. It's so good. It's so good and funny. And I think Vincent Minnelli, who was the director, he had a good idea with doing that. Because somebody read their Bible. If you can see it, it has some parts in there. You can say, oh, yeah, that is in the Bible. It's funny, though. And it's just something to think about. I remember my stepbrother, Jose. Thank you guys for the hearts. I remember Jose was so fascinated, and we'd sit down for hours and talk about it. He was one of my brothers that I could really talk to about the Lord. He passed away a little while ago. But we'd sit down for hours and talk about it. We wondered about that all the time. So when we saw the movie, we loved it. We just loved the way they depicted things, how people, Anyway, I just want you to watch. I don't want to tell what it's about. Just watch it. You'll love it. You'll love it. And what's her name? Alina Horn. She was just such a pixie. A she was something else. And so she was so pretty. She reminds me of my grandmother. My grandmother was young. She really do. And she was singing and at the bar, just being such a floozy. It was just a beautiful movie. Beautiful, beautiful movie. In the end, let me say this one part. In the end, she ends up going to heaven. She ends up, just like I was saying in my other video, you never know who we're going to see in heaven. You're thinking somebody down here doing wrong and doing whatever, and they end up in heaven. I remember my brother told me one time, my brother, he's passed away, not the stepbrother, but my brother, my blood brother. He died when he was 26, and I was 25. I remember it because I'm a year apart from him. And he said to me one day, I had this boyfriend who was crazy, acting crazy. And so my brother wouldn't let him bother me. But so he would tease him. I'm gonna get you when your brother's not around. You always got your brother around, fight for you, whatever. You know what I'm saying? You know how men can be, real sticky, and he just was like that. So anyway, I wouldn't do exactly what he wanted me to do when I wanted to do it. So he would get mad at me, and he was really not physically, emotionally abusive. You know what I'm saying? He was just very abusive like that, verbally abusive, say things. And so I would tell my brother, he did so and so and so. My brother would get at him. You know what I'm saying? So one day my brother told me, which is how I found out my brother really loved the Lord. One day my brother told me, he said, you know what? Told me. He said, you're going to mess around. And this person that you call yourself liking and going with, they're going to end up finding the Lord and you're going to be lost. How would you like that? I said, I ain't going to hell. I'm going to heaven. My brother was like, you better stop messing around. He was always on my back to do what's right and follow, because he followed the Lord really early. And he learned about the Lord. In fact, he was the one that brought that into our home. My mother didn't insist that we go to church. She didn't raise us in the church. I'm not going to tell that lie. You know what I'm saying? We would go to church sometimes. But mostly it was by ourselves or with our friends or with other people that we knew when their family was going. My mother didn't get to know the Lord until after my brother, the one I'm telling you about now. After he got to know the Lord, then she got to know the Lord really well and loved the Lord. But he was the first one in our family that sought out the Lord and, became saved and was trying to get us all saved. And I was just a rebel. 21, 22, 23, I was a mess. And I would tell him, I don't want to hear about that. That's what you're doing. Let me live my life. I was horrible. I was horrible. Even my mother, when she got started in it, she would tell me things, and I just kind of look at her. I would not back talk her like with my brother, but I felt in my heart. And one time I did say something like, it was so ugly. But I'm going to say it. You know what? You lived your life, you did your thing, and now you want to run to the Lord. So something like that. You know what I'm saying? And she almost backslapped me. I had to get myself together quick. But that's what I was feeling in my heart. Don't rush me. I'm having my fun. You had your fun. That's how I was feeling. And then my brother, he would take I'm so glad God changed my heart. I'm so glad. Because we sometimes, that can keep going in somebody's life, and you just feel that all the time. And that's horrible. But one time, my brother, he had his own room, and I had my room. We lived in this together, me and my brother. This is what he would do. He would take the radio out of his room that he's always playing spiritual music on. He would put it in my room on my chair where I have my clothes at, where I'm going to work the next day. He would put it there. I would see him coming in about 3 or 4 in the morning. Sometimes he would come in to get his radio because I would be using it. And so I was used to him coming in the room. But he would come in and set that radio, big radio. You know how the big thing with the antenna and everything, you carry it like this. He'd come in, bring it in, sit it on my chair, and turn it up so I could hear it. And I said, what are you doing? You need to hear this. Now, he's only a year older than me. I said, you know what? Don't bring that in my room. I have a right to listen to that when I want to listen to it. I don't want to listen to it now. Get it out of my room. I'd be so upset with him. But thank God that he turned my heart and softened it, not let me have a reprobate mind and a hard heart against him. Because I was just doing what we do as young people. You know what I'm saying? We don't have time for that. We want to party. We want to have a good time. I didn't party. I was basically, I thought, a good girl, but I wasn't ready to hear all that. You know what I'm saying? I wanted to hear all that. That's what you want to do. That's on you. I had attitude for real about that. And he stuck with me. He loved me through it. And now I walk around here doing the same thing to my son. I have things going high. I have the music on loud. I be singing loud with the Lord. I get up praying, speaking in tongues. I be like, oh, Josh, you should know this and that and that. He be looking like, you know. Every once in a while, he'll realize, I shouldn't do that. And he'll be respectful to his mom, but he ain't trying to hear it, just like I wasn't. So I'm praying that something will happen sooner for him, that he won't um, neglect that so long. Because the Lord wants us to come to him while we're young. He really does. Because he has use for us while we're young. So we can reach other young people. This is just my assumption. But he tells us to come while you're young. Don't wait till you get old. Your days are shortened and you got a time, time is running out. That's what it seems like to other people when we go to them. You know what I'm saying? But it doesn't matter. Get there. Even if it's on the last moment of your life. Just get there. It don't matter about when you get there. It's if you get there. But anyway, that's what happened back then. So I want you guys to go out and get that movie, Cabin in the Sky with Lena Horne. It's a musical. It's probably on your cable channel. I never tried it on my cable because I got it, and as a movie, as a tape. But if you get that movie, you'll be so glad you watched it. You can share with other people, and just it's funny, and it's got a lot of stuff in it that we grew up on and things that we believed is in that movie. Thank you guys for sharing with me. I see some people in there, and it's pretty cool. And but thank you so much. I don't know how you guys feel about that, but I love movies about God. Usually I like the ones that are the serious ones, like Joseph and Daniel and Abraham. You can buy those at the Bible store, and you can, and I just know the story from the Bible. So when I see it, I'm like, oh wow, And they got Jesus of Nazareth. They got all these. They got Esther. They got all those different movies. You can see them. You know what I'm saying? You can read your Bible. You can maybe read your scripture before you watch the movie and see how good they are putting it together. Because again, that's somebody's perception of what they read and how they understand it. You know what I'm saying? But it's so good to look at. It's better than looking at this trash they got on TV now. You know what I'm saying? It's garbage they got on TV. A lot of it is. A lot of it is. Except my Waltons. And my Waltons are that's a good story. But some of this stuff they have on TV is not very good. So if you get those movies, I call them my Jesus movies. You get those and you start watching them. And you're like, wow, 10 Commandments. Oh, everybody probably may know what that is. But on 10 Commandments, that man on there, Charlton Heston plays Moses, right? But the man who played the Pharaoh, the son that took over when his father passed away. I don't have my water running. When his father passed away, Yul Brynner. You talking about gorgeous. Ooh, wee. That's my gorgeous man. Gorgeous man with that bald head. Isn't he gorgeous? Yul Brynner. Oh my goodness. I like the scene when he was talking to the lady, the queen, the one who was going to be queen, and she was saying, "Do you think I'll ever be something?" What did she say? I will never love you. I'll always love Moses. That's who I'm going to marry. I'm going to marry Moses. And he goes, "Does it matter that you love me? Really?" And she looked at him like, "You got to be kidding. I'm not going to marry you unless I love you." She didn't say it. That's how she looked at him. He's like, "It doesn't matter if you love me. You'll be my wife, and you will come to me when I tell you." I was like, "Yes, she will. She will." You got to see that. If you haven't seen that, Yul Brynner is fantastic and gorgeous. I'm like, "Ooh, Lord Jesus." I said, "Lord, I'm just saying, you made him. But he made some beautiful people out here, honey. And Yul Brynner is one of them. He's one of them." So anyway, that's that. I love movies, as you guys can see. I love music, and I love movies. I love talking about the Lord. Now listen, I'm going fast, and I got to remember to slow down. So you guys help me with that. I got to remember to slow down. I got Blue Tomlinson on there. Thank you so much. Hi. I got Lion Kingdom Forever. Hi. So take off the mask now. You want to see my snaggle tooth right there? I'm not going to take that off and show you. I'm not. Okay, are you by yourself? I certainly am, Cassie. I'm by myself. Well, not by myself. I'm in the kitchen by myself. This is where I usually tape. But my friend is there in the room watching television. Got it turned down so I can hear you guys. I hear myself and you guys can hear me. And my son is at work. But yeah, I'm by myself. Why you ask me that? Does it matter if I'm by myself or not? But anyway, that was what I was saying about the movie. Go get it, okay? Then you remember me. And you'll say, "Oh, yeah, that freckle face girl with the mask. What she said." That was a good movie, and it is a good movie. You know what? I like to try to find things to spend my time with something about the Lord. Because it's something that we can be grateful for and happy about all the time when it comes to Him. You can call me a holy roller, a Jesus only, whatever you want to call me, okay? But that's what I enjoy. And that's what this platform is for, okay? You to get on there and talk about what you enjoy. And that's what I enjoy. It's talking about the Lord. You know what I'm saying? Sharing with you guys about Him. So that's what I enjoy. Now, next order of business. Last time I talked about the book that I wanted you guys to get a hold of called The Divine Revelation of Hell. Remember? And here it is. I found it, guys. I've got 2 copies of it. You know how I gotta find out how to get this thing where it reads the right way. You know what I'm saying? I guess I gotta touch a button, but I'm new, so just deal with me. But anyway, it's A Divine Revelation of Hell, and by Mary K. Baxter. See that on the bottom? Mary K. Baxter. This book here. When you read this book, and I think it still looks like this. I saw one in a store once. It still looks just the cover's almost the same. Like I said, I got 2 copies, one for me and one for my son. And oh my gosh, I'm not gonna go in here and read it. You guys can read it, but I kind of told you what it was about. A lady's journey to the Lord came and got her and took her to hell, and the different dimensions of hell that was there. What she saw, He told her what He wanted her to say, come back and talk to us about, and that the reason that He did that was for her to come back and tell us. So get this book if you can, Divine Revelation of Hell by Mary K. Baxter. And there's some more ones. She wrote some more. Divine Revelation of Heaven. I have that one. Divine Revelation of Spirituality. Divine Revelation. She's got about 5 Divine Revelations. Then she's got a couple more with different titles. But they're really good. Let me see if I have a picture of her in here. I don't know if I could even show that, but I don't see a picture of her in here per se. This is how the front of the book looks. And this is how the back of the book looks, like that. And it's not very, and it's real big print. Look at that print. It's huge. I read it in a day. So somebody can read it, faster than that probably, because it's really big print. And it's, how many pages? 216 pages to read. Well, it's really not even that long, because about the authors in there. And they got closing words. So, you know what I'm saying? A prophecy. So it's really 212. Okay, but when I read a book, I read the whole book. Let me say, I read this when I first get a book. I turn over and I read that. Then I don't open it. I still keep it closed. I'm thinking to myself, saying, Lord, whatever this is about, let me understand it. Let me get a grip on it. And let me go and I read. Then I go in and I read the title page. I go in and I read the next page. These are all important to me. I read that. I read the contents to see what I'm going to be, learning, what I'm going to be reading about. I try not to skip and go to, oh, that's a good one on that content page. But no, I stay with it. And then I read the forward. Okay? I read it all. And many times, and I read the introduction. I get to the introduction, I read that. That's 2 or 3 pages long. And then I put the book down. And I go eat, or I go do something, put a load of clothes in, I go do something. And then I come back and I started with my first page of the actual manuscript. And make sure everything's quiet and everything's off. Now, people do reading a lot on your, what do you call it when you get on your phone? People get the thing that reads to them, and stuff. And I don't like that. It's just something about having a book in my hand and progressing as I read the pages. And when I don't want to finish it so soon, like when I read it, it was so good, I put it down several times and went and did something else, then picked it up. I couldn't wait to get it back in my hands again. Keep reading. But it was something about it when I read it, guys. It's kind of scary. I gotta tell you that and warn you of that. It is kind of scary, depending on, maybe not to you, depending on who you are and what's going on. But when I was reading, I was sitting on the side of my bed in my apartment. I was by myself. And I was like, oh my gosh. I kept saying in my mind, after I got through, suddenly I kept saying in my mind as I was reading the different sections, Lord, is this true? Is this real? Is this real? I kept saying that in my mind. But when I finished the last page and I closed the book, I was like, wow. And I picked it. This is what I did, guys. This is crazy. My feet were on the floor, on the side of the bed. And I picked my feet up like this. I was scared. I don't know why. I was scared. I was just frightened. I just picked my feet up off the ground. I was like, oh, I don't know if I was thinking something under the bed. I don't know. It's kind of spooky. It is kind of spooky. But it was, I thought it was enlightening. It was spiritual, and I believe it really happened. And she told what God told her to. That's what I believe. Because I remember when I finished reading it, I was talking to the Lord. I said, Lord, what do I do? Will somebody just lie on you like that? She didn't say she dreamed it. She said she was not dreaming. She said he took her several times to hell. She could look down and see her body in the bed, leaving, her spirit leaving, going up, 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 up. And then she said, uh, she could see her husband and her children in their beds below. And she said she would go back. She would be, kind of tired, but she would get up and she would go ahead and fix dinner for them and do what she had to do. And then the Lord would come to get her again and take her on another day. And they would go, he would tell her, we're going to go to this part of hell this day. We're going to go to this part of hell this day. And he took her to these different places and showed her around what was going on in there, down there, and why people were there. He told her why some of them came and some of them he didn't tell why. He told her some things I want you to go back and tell the people. Some things you won't remember to tell the people. That's just for you to see, not for you to tell. And you got to get this book, guys. Please don't be frightened. Just get it and read it. Just don't read it at nighttime, maybe. I don't know what to tell you. If you're scary like me, don't read it at nighttime. Or go to the park and read it. Or go to like Panera Bread or have lunch or something by yourself or whatever and read it. Or do it in a book club. I had a book club at one time. I think I'm going to reopen it. And that's how we got into it. Too. Another, after I had read it many years ago, I introduced it in my book club. I think they were too scared to read it. I really do. Because we never really got to discuss it like I wanted to. But it's something to think about. That and that movie saying the same thing, but in a spiritual sense and in a humorous sense. And when you think about it, that's how you can spend your time. If you want something to do besides worldly stuff. That's what I tell my son, because he's like, Mom, I'm young, I want to do this. You are, babe. But some of the stuff that you can get into, sometimes you can never get out of that stuff. You got to be careful what you spend your time doing in this world, who you spend your time with in this world. You can get hooked up and jammed up. They can take all your freedom away and all your good life away. So you have to be careful. So he'd be thinking, well, Mom, you like staying at home. You like reading and singing and washing clothes and being at home. Yeah, I do. I do like that. I'm not saying you feel like the same thing. But I'm just saying you got to find something that you can enjoy yourself that's not going to get you in danger. You're not going to be hanging with somebody. And when then you're in the car too. So you got to go. You know what I'm saying? Every time I hear a siren, I be calling him, seeing where he's at. Oh, I'm over so-and-so. Okay, he good. You know what I'm saying? I just don't like it, especially how things are going with our children, our boys, so to speak. You know what I'm saying? Our men, boys, sons. And I'm like, I don't like it. I want to know where you're at from time to time. I'm not saying you have to be like a baby and I have to know everything, but when I hear a siren, I get frightened a little bit. Unless I know that you right here with me or you're right where I know you're going to be and whatever. Because sometimes he's just so, it could be, I love my baby, but sometimes he could be so, I don't know what the name of it. Sometimes he's flighty. You know how kids are. They know everything and they, especially when he was in his 20s and early 20s. Oh my, you old fashioned. They don't do that no more. Ain't nobody thinking like that. You the only one thinking like that. So and so and so and so and so. My God, please listen. Please listen to your mama. Please be on the safe side. It's okay to be a little square sometimes. It's okay to be cautious. It really is. This world is crazy. Please. So anyway, he did read it, or part of it. Because I asked him what was going on. I questioned him. I quizzed him on it. And I know he read it. So I said, every once in a while, pick it up and look through it. Breeze through it a little bit. Because if this is true, like I believe it is, I'm not saying everybody's going to believe it. Maybe he don't. I don't know. But if it's true, we got to be careful who we be around, who we give our time to, what we do, what we look at on television, what we listen to. And this is what he told me one time. My son, he was about in his early 20s. He's 30 now. He's 33 now. I know I'm talking about him like he's a little bitty boy, but he's 33 now. But he what I want to say. He told me this when he was about in his early 20s. He said, Mom, one time I was singing, because we like to sing, he and I. And he said, I was just so into the music, and I was just singing. I was having a good time. And he said, all of a sudden I felt different. So I just had a funny, kind of, not funny, but it was just a different kind of feeling just overtook me. Like the song almost enveloped me. enveloped me. You know, it's like when he said I understood that what he was saying was like, he said, I got really frightened, Mama, and I just stopped singing. He said, so that's why I believe that certain people in the music industry, he said, I believe that's all a part of the underworld. He said, because you can be great and you can be famous and you can sound great and appealing to people. And I'm paraphrasing what he said. But in the end, pretty much that's I think they sell their souls, Mama. I think they do. I don't know if they fall in love with themselves, their voices, their whoever's got them, in that situation, or the money they give, they promise riches for the rest of that. I don't know, but whatever I felt, it made me stop singing. So I don't know if I was praising the song too much or what I was doing, but I appreciated my son telling me that because it was heartfelt and I could see he was struggling with it in his mind about it. And I told him, Jack, just pray about that. Let the Lord know how you felt. But music in itself is a beautiful thing. God gave that to us. Hi, guys. Those of you who are still there. Hey, Joey. Hey, my sweetheart. How are you? Hi, sweetheart. How's my daughter? How's my niece-in-law doing? She's doing good. How the babies doing? Are they okay? Okay. Tell them I love them. Auntie Kay loves them. Let them come on and see me sometime. Okay. There's not gonna be no bad stuff on here. Just let me know you're there. There ain't gonna be no bad stuff on this channel. I talk inspiration. I talk God. I talk music. I tell people I love them because I do. And I try to tell the truth as much as possible. I don't want to get on here and start lying. Okay? And I love that you're watching me, Joe. Joe Kelly. How you doing, baby? Auntie love you. Auntie love you very much. What was I saying? I forget what I was saying. But anyway, um, that's what I'm thinking about. Is I wanted him. Oh, I'm talking about my son. And he was telling me, that, and I was like, he's so sensitive like his mother, and I've been praying for my baby that he love the Lord, that he get to find God on his own, all that I don't help him do. But I'm definitely going to tell him and give him my point of view on it. And I believe he loves the Lord, but people do got to find him on their own. You can't drag somebody to heaven with you. You know what I'm saying? You can't make them believe what you believe. They're not going to go because of you. It has to be between them and God. He understands that. But he told me that, and I was like, wow. He said that, how did he put that? He was very, very perplexed about it. So I know my baby is thinking about that and how important it is in his life. Because we can't forget God. We can't forget him just because we're young and having fun. We getting it all, getting it in, all that. Yeah, he's gorgeous too and handsome, gorgeous like his mama. And he running around here. You better know who God is. You better know who God is. That's what I say. So anyway, baby, I just wanted to get on and say that. Remember about the book, to pick it up if you want to, or maybe it's online where you can listen to it. I don't know. It helps me better to read it. And then get that movie. Get that movie. Watch it. Cabin in the Sky. Lena Horne. Okay, guys? I love you. All right. Take it easy. I'm going to say bye-bye for now. Maybe I'll come back a little later with something more. All right? Thank you so much, everybody that came in and listened. I love you guys. Bye-bye.